guys, it's Theresa here of Larkin Design, and welcome to Layout 4 that I'm sharing with you from my Bermuda Honeymoon album. And so today I am working with an enlarged photo. This is a 9x12 size photo, and I have a divided pocket page that I'm going to it's divided up into 3-inch squares, and I'm going to cut up this enlarged photo to fit into these 3x3 square pockets. And so the awesome thing about printing in 13x19 format is, guess what? You can fit two 9x12 photos on a 13x19 sheet. And so I printed out this photo, and there's a second one that I'll share with you in the next video that will go on the back of it. And one of the things that I really wanted to do in this album was to select some photos that I really wanted to highlight that meant something special to me, or that were just incredibly pretty, to help break up the pocket pages a little bit and to provide a little bit of visual interest in the album. And obviously this photo is really stunning. This is at our hotel. We were at the Grotto Bay in Bermuda, and so this is the view that we saw every day walking back and forth between the main guest house and the dining restaurants, and going back to our room. And so the grounds were just beautiful. The sky, of course, every single day was exactly this blue, and the water and the palm trees and the beautiful buildings. Everything was just so gorgeous and so fresh and so inviting and welcoming. And this is what I wanted to carry into this layout, is just how welcoming it was. At this stage in our trip, we had just arrived, and when we landed on the island, it was around noon or so, and our rooms weren't quite ready yet, and so they invited us to have lunch at the pool, and we sort of explored around some of the grounds. And so these are some of the photos that I took on that first day. And so I'm enjoying having these enlarged photos. This is one of the things I love about having an at-home printer, that for me, that makes that worthwhile and makes it worth saving up just a little bit of money just so you can print these things on your own when the idea comes to you. And it's fairly inexpensive. And then you know that you're going to use that enlargement right away. I've been guilty in the past of ordering out enlargements. You know, I probably have some enlargements that I've had for 6 or 7 years and never went back and did anything with them. And so I feel like putting it home, I'm actually doing something with them. Now on the left-hand side of this layout is the back of the introduction layout that I shared with you a couple of weeks ago. And so I'm going to use the backs of two of the cards from Studio Calico. The Love card and the Love List card are both the back from Studio Calico from the Documenter Kit in February. And the other cards that I'm using are available from the Larkin Design survey, and they are the free printables that are available when you complete the survey. So I introduced this survey last week, and if you haven't had a chance yet, I hope you'll take a minute and go and fill out this survey. Let me know what your thoughts are about the Larkin Design brand and sort of what you would like to see in the future from Larkin Design, from me, from my expertise and my talents. I really want to hear what you have to say. And at the time that I'm recording this voiceover, so far we've had about 63 responses, and they've every single response has been amazing. You guys have had so many good things to say, so many good thoughts and encouragement. And so thank you if you have completed that survey. Thank you so much for providing that feedback. It's been really important and really encouraging to me. And I'm going to leave the survey open for a couple of weeks, and then I'll share with you what some of your thoughts were. I know that you guys probably want to hear too what everybody's been saying, and it's been really fun to hear your thoughts and to know that I'm putting stuff out there that you guys are getting something out of. So thank you for providing that feedback for us. It really, really, really means a lot to us. So these cards are the printables that are available for download once you complete the survey. And I designed these cards with this specific project in mind. I wanted to draw the colors from Bermuda, the blues and the greens and the corals and the pinks that we saw just all around the whole island, everywhere, are echoed in this collection. It's just a mini collection, and so hopefully some fun elements that you'll enjoy using from that. I just did a rub-on that pink and green card, and so these are Amy Tangerine rub-ons, and they're a couple of years old, and I think you guys probably know that rub-ons get brittle over time. And so what happened with that gold rub-on is that only part of the design transferred onto the paper. So I took my gold Sharpie and I filled in the rest of the pattern, or that floral. I just drew them in myself. And so it's kind of interesting. You get a dual tone because the golds are a little bit different, right? They're different on the rub-on versus the Sharpie pen. And by the way, I highly recommend that gold pen from Sharpie. It's a lot of fun to use. But I like how that turned out. And so you'll be able to see that on the close-up photos. And also, if you want to go to my blog and you can check out the layout there, there's usually a few more close-up photos on the blog. And sometimes I say a few different things or give a few different ideas as well on my blog. So check that out. It's larkindesign.squarespace.com. And so then my journaling, I wrote just about how beautiful the island was and how we really couldn't believe that we were there. We had been planning that trip for a while, and it was really exciting. So now I'm going to embellish my photos just really simply. I have these tickets. They're from Dear Lizzie, Lovely Day, and they're really cool. Some of them are gold foiled. And I'm going to do something interesting with my journaling here. There's a kind of a play on language or play on words here on this little label. And so I'm going to adhere it to the photo. I'm just going off of the right-hand side. And then the journaling that I'm going to write is very simple. It just says, we fell instantly in love. And so the play on words is that I'm not just talking about the island here. Of course, we fell instantly in love with this island, and I can't imagine going to Bermuda and not falling in love with the island. But I'm also talking about mine and Alan's relationship. And so when we met each other years and years ago. We knew each other for a while before we ever talked to each other. But the first time that we talked to each other, we fell instantly in love. It was incredibly awkward and overwhelming, but also really beautiful. And so my journaling is not just about the island, but also about me and Alan. So I also have this little muffin tin, and I neglected to share this in my Build Your Own Kit video, Bermuda edition. I forgot to share that I have this little, it's a vintage muffin tin that I just found locally, probably at an estate sale or something. I love this little muffin tin, and I know Crepe Paper has a similar one that's not vintage. This one is vintage, and I just adore it. But it's great for these little physical embellishments. I've got some wood pieces, some rubber pieces, and some chipboard pieces. They're all from Studio Calico, Amy Tangerine, and My Mind's Eye on Trend. And so I just have it sitting out and available just when I need a little something to add. So I ended up adding some of the rubber pieces to this layout, just for a little bit of dimension, and because they're also really fun. I love these rubber pieces from Amy Tangerine. So that is the left-hand side, and now I'm going to move over to the right-hand side, and I'm going to embellish this photo. I'm not going to do a lot to it. I have this little white rectangular ephemera from Amy Tangerine, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp a sentiment on the lines. This is the stamp set from the Studio Calico Documenter Kit from April. And it just left my brain what it was called. So, but it was perfect. It's travel and adventure themed, right? So I'm using it across the page. And I'm particularly going to use it here. I'm going to stamp the sentiment, and then I'm going to trim this rectangle in half, and I'm going to use the top portion of it at the bottom of the photo, and I'm going to use the bottom portion of it at the top of the photo. And then I'm also going to add a couple of other there's an arrow sticker here and a puffy arrow. Those are both from Freckled Fawn that I'm going to add here. So just a very simple, quick embellishment cluster here at the bottom. I knew that I wanted to use the path on the photo as a spot for the embellishment cluster. And that works out perfectly. And then I'm going to move to the top of the photo. And I'm going to do basically the same thing at the top. I'm going to adhere this down. It needs a little trim. I'm going to adhere it down at the top. And then add a couple of little pieces on top. I'm going to do another rub on. This one went on a little bit better. So that was easy and fun. And also, notice how I'm repeating these colors across the page. This is some of the greens that are on the other side as well. So I'm going to rub this on, and then this little piece of ephemera had the word love on it, but it didn't really fit in with what I was doing. So I'm going to actually cover that up. I'm going to take this red floral piece, this red flower from the Amy Tan ephemera, and I'm going to adhere that over top of the word, and I'm going to trim it across the top. The best thing that I found to adhere these rubber pieces is that red line tape. If you're curious what works and what doesn't, the red line tape really is the best. So I'm going to trim off a little bit at the top. And then this layout is just about complete, so I think I'm going to wrap it up. And I hope that you enjoyed this layout in our Bermuda series. I hope you will like and comment and subscribe. And I hope you'll come back next week and check out the next layout. We'll work on the back of this page with the full-size layout, a full-size photo again. So thanks so much for watching, you guys. I'll see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.